Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Latin Empire in Renaissance 4, where we just came out of our war with Azerbaijan, and now we're sort of setting up for our next big thing. And this one's against Dongola, in which we want a lot of their land. Now the capital alone is worth about a third of what we can probably take. But in all fairness, 16 plus 16 plus 30, we might be able to push for most of the land in the first war. But it will be a fair stretch. That's going to take a while. And I'm currently converting all of those. But I will take it, since it will for sure fire during the war. Now what I'm doing, in terms of what I'm going to try and take, let me just check the map mode again, because I'm not sure if I include this province here or not. I did. So that's two provinces, Basra and Kuwait. Kuwait's very well developed, oddly enough. More developed than Basra. AI, why? But, well, I'll still be able to call all of these the moment the religious conversions end, which should stabilise the provinces for the large part as well. So those are taking under a year, and I'll declare quite soon. Now I won't have any need to really get the navy ready, bar Andalusia, but Andalusia has already been dealt with by Portugal, so that looks like it's quite easy. No, I do not want that. Now there's papal separatists, but they're unlikely to fire. There's only 15,000 as well, even if they did fire. The Sunni zealots are the main concern, and so on. Then there's Poland with a few rebellion issues of himself, but when you look at how large they are, not really all that concerning. Now if I have a successful war against Dongola, and let's be honest, it is very likely to be successful. Even with only 80,000, I should be able to, for the large part, conquer a fair bit of their land. So the one taking longest will be done in December of this year. Kawaz is currently pummeling them, Andalusia is being pummeled by that. It's possible that no one will join Dongola. And I would like to get a claim on Baghdad, specifically to try to make it more easy for me to take the large amounts of land that I'm going to intend to take. But if anything, I want these three at least, and then I'll try to get the rest at another day. Now, the reason I mainly want this is, first of all, trade. Just all of the trade here. Now, I can already send a merchant there, and I will do so in advance, I guess. Because if I hammer their merchant, well, if I take this trade region, I can pump even more into Aleppo, which in turn goes to Constantinople. Now I am going to be hard pressed for admin, aren't I? And that's unlikely to change, to say the least. Okay, last province dealt with. Now these there are all now much easier to deal with. Now the question is, how long will these take? Just over 2 years, so see. Attrition, lovely. Not that it really affects us, but still, it's not fun to just take attrition when it's not needed. So this is now 100,000 down here. The Gurids would still just about join due to attitude and so on, but if the Gurids get pushed a bit further, we can get them out. If they push them a bit further, that is. And that is indeed quite possible. Now, these two up here have not got any claims. And for the matter, just how much have I gained from... So it's only 31%, in all fairness. It's not that much, but it is... I think it was like 4% before, so it's quite the improvement, I imagine. Plus it reduces Ukraine just a little. For the matter, I'm going to check if it has the correct buildings. Arse. Anyway, so it is this. They are built. Good, good. Invest money, admin. I need all of the admin I can get my hands on. Now, fabricating on Baghdad is gonna probably upset them, but who cares? Because, really, I think taking most of their heartland is gonna upset them in general, isn't it? So, none of their allies will join. That's brilliant. And I have got no truce for Egypt, so things are looking like they're on the perfect area right now to declare other than these, which could trigger. So it is going to be... I'm going to be careful here. Andalusia now will join. But they literally... Oh my. Portugal, I hate you. So, what they have is very much infantry only. And they are already quite exhausted. Now, I'm not going to immediately push into Baghdad. I do want to get some of these other forts out of the way. But considering they're having rebellion issues as well, this is also quite optimal for me to attack them at this time. Hopefully I'll be able to push the Andalusians around a bit. And I will actually cut the speed back, mainly because I do want to be careful with Andalusia's navy, because if he does land troops, he will prove an issue. So I cannot allow him to do so. And Andalusian Brazil. Look at that war exhaustion now, he does not want to be here. So his navy consists of multiple ships over there. I'm going to send him to there so I can easily support that even more easily. Move! I want to get here. So I can try to prevent the landings. Looks like I might not succeed. Wait, I might. 4th of October. I've landed just in time to prevent their army from getting there. And with numerical difference like that, there's no way they'd win. None at all. So, looks like this will be a relatively fast and easy war. So let's see. I do want to make it as best as possible here, the peace deal. It's going to be questionable. I do want to be able to claim everything that I will be taking. I definitely want the fort. I want that fort, and this one for the matter, out of here. So I'll blockade his navy in over there. And I cannot come out of the war for pretty much the next year and a half. So I'll have the time to decide what I want to do, quite definitely. So for the matter, Baghdad is going to have to fall at some point. It's pretty much the pride of the Muslims at this point, after Egypt, which has fallen considerably due to, well, mainly their constant wars, the Great Muslim Wars as I'm going to call them. Which were quite simply unsustainable for Egypt. If he kept on fighting those, he would have fallen to AI eventually, unless he was able to snowball from victories in those wars. But he wasn't going to, I think, since they were always wars started by his allies, which was their main fact. Oh god, I got hiccups, lovely. Now, the Gurids not being in this is brilliant. The Andalusians are not able to do all that much in the first place, thanks to superior naval power that I have. Now, there's other things. I could try and take this and this to separate them from the fort. And I could instead do this sort of thing here. It's border gore, it's not very lovely, but it might work. And I should be able to grab a few more of the provinces once certain things have been factored in. It's going to be a lot of admin either way, and Jesus Christ. Looks like I won't be able to do it anyway. Look at the... oh god. Just how much would it be taking most of this? I could do that, but that is a definite bad decision. To push it that hard? No. I shouldn't do that. And I won't. I think Basra can actually wait then in this case. But then again, it isn't even that expensive, that province. Unless this is factoring in for the current, like, overextension stuff, which I doubt, oddly enough. War score is -4 due to that so far. Have a quick check up on these over here, nothing suspicious. Once Baghdad has fallen, most of their power should go with it. And the fact is, there's also a few other options for what I could do. Like focus on these little provinces over here, but look at that. Not good. That there would give me both the forts and some of the more expensive provinces immediately. If I do this, it's going to look ugly as hell for a long time. But it is only a 69 war score deal, so it could actually be quite advantageous to do it. Because then it would have a shorter truce than a 100% war score deal, and I'm not going to take that heavy in terms of penalties. Baghdad has just fallen. Lovely. Get some guy down there. You to there, I guess. You to there. Well, a lot of their land is really down here now as well, though, which makes them more of an issue to deal with than before. They've got Najd separatists, which are quite considerable as well. Wait, fuck, I didn't want to fight those. I really didn't, because I want Najd to break free. Which would have been very nice, I'll be honest. Now they just have to go and siege it back, which is awful. I wish I was paying slightly more attention now. Slightly. Oh, they came in with a small army and it died. And it died again. And again? Jesus Christ, Poland's just walking through with 56,000 troops. You know, no biggie. Finally squished them. They can stay there for a little. They are the weakest army as of the moment. So Dongola put in tons of energy and effort to taking more land, and it backfired on them, they died. Wait, I have Cossacks? When? Since when? What's happened here? Andalusia would contribute a lot, but they're not really a true combatant. And I could probably sue them and get them out of the war quite quickly if I focused effort on it. So Shahrazad is done. This will not change this. This isn't 93. And it makes sense considering how developed the provinces are. No, I won't send the second army there. That would just be an issue. So, let's see. That's going to hurt Dongola badly. It's going to put me down for another year or two, while I effectively get this sorted out, and make sure that the nation does not implode due to it. God, I didn't want to click that one. But yeah, I have to call all of that, which is about 300, so it's a fair bit. Fair old bit. But it will enable me to claim more of their land in the future. Also, do you know why I have a little Sinjar? Is that worth like nothing? Well, it is a 5 development province, so yes, that is worth nothing. But considering that, I may as well take it then, because it is home to a fort. A rather large fort while at it. So, really saying I'm not going to take that would be very stupid, because it costs nothing to take, pretty much. And it would convert very quickly. So I guess what I'll convert those three, call this one, and so on. Yeah, I've got a lot of prestige, I just realised that, and I'm not gonna lose it anytime soon either, am I? Considering I can probably spread Greek culture to all of this. Now, again, I think I've covered the topic already of when I'm going to end this, and I think it was when I effectively become the Roman Empire. But there's a possibility I might end it before that when I feel more satisfied with what it is. And I'm not sure. What I'll do eventually, it depends. But what I think I'd probably end up doing, if it was to go for satisfaction, it would be undeniable control over the East, so all of this. And most likely a lot of control in the regions in which, well, namely this here, and I'd probably say, you know, up to like here, like this area here. Just a lot of western land, but not massively so. It depends, there's a lot of different things that could really contribute towards one end or the other of this spectrum. It might just be take over all of North Africa as well, push up here, because I will eventually just start steamrolling with no doubt. And I think I might have already reached that point. But at very minimum, I guarantee this campaign is going to see the taking of this, and this here, and certainly Italy, because I've invested so much time into Italy. If I weren't to do it, I'd feel awful. Still doesn't want out, because he doesn't see a reason to. Length of war, ally in war, so on, so on. The Gurids got hammered by Kobars, who's on a rise back to power. Now, for to take all of this, the aggressive expansion. Bloody hell, I'm upsetting even more people than before. City of Vyatka is going to go away. The Karakhanids would go away quite quickly as well. The others are already sort of like at the pissed off stage of, we are going to hate you for eternity. So considering everything, I think they're sort of done. And eventually I will say that with how things are going, once this ends, the next playthrough, India, no doubt. And I think I'd follow up with a playthrough in Japan. And then in either Central or Western Europe. Effectively, we've got 3 playthroughs sort of planned out. But only in the regions, really. What region I'll be in. I know the next one for sure is not going to have any mods other than the graphical mods I currently use, so on, so on. And yes, this is an extra long episode. Lovely, right? Oh, there's the Andalusian army. In the middle of absolutely nowhere. Let's send 2 armies to go and deal with that. Vague promises are always better. Oh, apparently Lithuania managed to lose. Damn it, Lithuania. I was counting on you to do something good, but you didn't. You disappointed me. And now Poland is having a go. Oh boy, this is going to get very interesting. No natives there either, so that's very nice. Yeah, I'm surprised they even fought. Hungary is eating Bulgaria, it seems. Fair enough. And with the current state of the Dongolans, I'm surprised they're still fighting, but it's AI. AI is very special. Well, let's get down here and ready for fighting a little more before the end of the war. This is going to be a crushing defeat for them. Smashing victory. Some of these areas here are just like, oh, you're not allowed nice borders. I hate that. Like, my original plan would have given me very nice borders, and I like that. Well, it could have given me nice borders, but these two states here are bastard. But then again, it depends. You could say that's alright. And actually, with that third statement I said about Central Europe and Western Europe being the area I'd play in, there is the potential that I would include some of this here. But this is definitely Eastern Europe. So I'm not sure if I would include the nations of Hungary or Poland in what choices I might end up going for in the end. But it's unlikely. But if I were to do it, I would probably say in advance some of the playthroughs before it. It would most likely be, say, if to go for these, I'd likely go for Hungary and try to do a reverse Austria-Hungary, and set up a very specific aim in terms of borders for myself before I eventually go for where they might have gone after what they had achieved. Come on! I only need to get one more fort to fall and it'll be done, I think. Whew. Now, with the Indian playthrough, I will say one thing. With the nation I'm going to be playing, there is potential that I will not actually go and form Bharat or, well, Bharat, Hindustan or the Mughals. It depends. Mainly it might just be me playing about, because I'll be honest, I don't really like the name Bharat. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong right now, but so what? It just, I prefer the more fancy names. Delhi, Hoysala isn't the base game, I know that for a fact. But it's just certain things that are more silly about me. I prefer to be the Gelre Empire rather than the Netherlands. Even though the Netherlands, no doubt, have much better capabilities in the area that you'd find it, due to the ideas and trade and so on. It was a mistake I made in a multiplayer game, staying as Gelre for a bit long. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is horrifying. Please tell me they'll leave that province. There are no brakes upon the prestige. None. This guy's just, he's stuck. I've just got a guy stuck in the wasteland. He's just like, oh no, this isn't good. Wait, Sinjar cannot convert. Oh, for fuck's sake, Sinjar. You are a disappointment. Well, when I think about it, these guys are going to slightly reinforce and I'll just be able to attack Egypt from another area. Ha! And these guys are not going to go away, are they? Okay, let's go and deal with them. It's going to trickle in slowly, so this is going to be slightly inefficient. Let's start clawing it then. How long is this going to last for? A long time. Oh god. Well, this is all good and good. I've got the provinces I've wanted for the very minimum provinces I wanted. So this now pretty much means the trade here is now mine. Or is it not? Ooh. Well, then again, I haven't called them and so on. Oh yeah, I can also start converting Baghdad. Yeah, I best do that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time, where eventually we will own all of the eastern area here. We will be very rich, and we will be very strong. Either way, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.